Hello guys, it's Scher talking and welcome back to my channel. Well, I'm very happy that the game just gave us some music and I'm finally listening to music on this game again because, well, farming can get you very tired of the music of a game. So, well, before we start talking about the event itself, I want to just give a look on the information about the Octopath Traveler. So, they say here that the event has 3 mission boards. I already completed all of it, and I'll talk about this later. And there's the experience character quest, and information that the new characters get more damage. And they also get more damage with their weapons. The weapons can be used by anyone. So, we got the 2 parts of the event at the same time. We don't have to wait for the second part to arrive. We can start our farming and do everything we want just now. This is good because we can play around and just do the things that we want in the order that we want. Sometimes the second part has better items than the first, sometimes it's the opposite, but sometimes you just want to clear everything as soon as possible, given that you have enough AP pots for doing this. So, I would prefer to talk about this shop when we get to the screen. So, this is a quick guide for you on the event, so let's just give a look on the Divine Weapon banner. I'll be doing a review on these characters very soon, I hope, because it's easier to test them, because people are summoning for them. And first of all, let's just give a look on the drop rates of this banner, so we can check some stuff. And, well, just like I kinda didn't want it to be, this banner doesn't have the other artifacts of the game. It's just the artifacts for the 2 Collab characters, and then the 2 weapons from these characters as well, and some past weapons. The good thing, at least, is that we also have Albitora here, and Dragonian's Halberd, and Avenger's Sword. These weapons are very good to have. Shambhala Lakes as well, but Avenger's Sword, Dragonian's Halberd, and Albitora are way better than the other things. Hiding is not good. We also have access to that Graciato. It's strange that it's on the top. Girar is also more on the top. This is because Girar in Japan was actually a very old weapon. They kind of changed Girar for our version of the game. So if you get these weapons here that can be Legendary Evolution, the only ones that are really worth are the Dead Graciato, Avenger's Sword, Dragonian's Halberd, Albitora, for now at least. But the weapons from this banner, the Primrose Fan and the Alberic Pelagius Sword, are also very good. I think the Primrose Fan is a good candidate as well for Legendary Evolution. So now let's just talk as fast as possible about those weapons. The Primrose Fan is very interesting as a weapon. It's actually the first weapon in the game to give a debuff of elemental resistance. So the best thing to check this information is by going on Divine Weapon traits, so we can look it closely. You see that it deals small amounts of physical damage to all enemies. So this weapon is not for damage. Sorry, this is not a good candidate for Legendary Evolution, just because the damage is not the good thing about this stuff. But you need to increase the action skill count to level 4. This is the best thing for you to get 3 uses of this. All weapons that have debuff properties all have 2 uses, just like the Hangridge, it only uses 2 times, and the Luffing Tooth, you can only use it 2 times as well. So this weapon here, you can use it 3 times, but there's a catch, it doesn't debuff all the status, it's just the defensive status, defense and mag defense. So this weapon here is a type of weapon that is used on nuke strategies, because it will open a very high defense of the dark elements. So you can kind of fix sometimes that you're facing a boss that has resistance to dark, or you can just use it to open even more the weakness to dark. It's good on both occasions. If you're having a squad that is way too focused on dark and you're facing a boss that is resistant to dark, you can kind of brute force it by using this type of weapon. But that's it. The bad thing is that it doesn't do any real damage. And then we have the Incant skill that it increases normal attack damage of dark attacks by 14%. But this Incant skill will only work if you give it to a character. It's not worth you. We have 3 versions of this. Only if you get like more than 5 of this. But even actually, we only need 4 of this weapon. Getting into action skill 5, it doesn't need it at all. So okay, we have 200% damage plus with this weapon. And he also gives these drops for the second part of the event. Just like the past events in this game, the second part is affected by weapons and the first part is affected by characters. So now let's just talk about Alberic Pledge's word. This word here deals extreme amount of damage. An extreme amount of damage is our highest current available in the game. And well, this is the only thing that I can talk about this weapon, because it has the Encant skill as well, but it only increases the user holy action skill damage by 4%. This is good, this is not bad, but we also have will have this option of Encant skill as free type in the future, and you have to use this word to give it to your character, so you lose it in the process. But this weapon doesn't have any type of passive skill attached to it. It instead has 2 empty slots for you to give free skills. The same thing as Defend. So that's why I don't really like these weapons as much as I would have wanted. Defend is useful, but this word is useful now. But in the future you prefer to have weapons with good passives so you can use the legendary evolution of them. And then we have the 2 characters here, and these 2 characters, the one of them is most interesting for me is Primrose. Why Primrose? Because she has AoE attack, but not only this, she also has the increased attack and mag, and when the start of your turn, Initial Purification Gauge is on level 1 or higher. It doesn't say here, but it's actually on all characters. We can just check here and see it on this page. Be all assist, so it will increase attack and mag of everyone. So this is kind of hybrid. She's the first one to have this. Another character that can increase both attack and mag is Wilfred, but Wilfred only increases it on specific turns. She also gives attack and damage dealt by dark attacks. This character here is a 3rd year character. You'll see her status and check how strong she is. She's very similar to the characters that was released. Not exactly just like comparable to Arbiter Hearst, because Arbiter Hearst is just like a commemoration character. But she is a year 3 character in the game, and she can perform well. She has very high defense and mag defense for a sword fighter, and also good things to do. Just like the second attack of hers is called Charm, and it will hit everyone. This is just a quick overview on this character. I'll be doing a review on them. And Alberic is just not as interesting because, well, he tries to be a tank, and he also brings problems like most tanks in this game. He can guard and heals, but he uses small swords. The guard from small swords is not high, it barely passes 25%, while we can have 44% with Svalling Plus, and it's the same weapon that we use with Claws. So unless we can raise his guard, Clever won't raise it to the values we want. It will probably reach 1 time each 3 times he will be guarding and healing, but, well, Klaus can get it to half the time healing it is higher. But, well, Alberic can also do a lot of damage. He greatly increases attack and damage dealt by holy attacks, so that's why he will be very good, and it also increases holy action skill damage. They are both very good. Speaking about this, this limited skill for Primrose is just very awesome. That's why I like this girl even more. She will increase the purification, the dark damage of all allies by sacrificing 1 level of purification gauge. So she is a buffer for dark type squads. And dark type squads hybrids. You can even mix attack and mag as well. So this is very interesting. I think the best character is Primrose. Alberic is just not reliable to be a good thing for the future. So this is about the characters. Now let's just give a look on the banner. The characters also have 200% damage plus, so if they are using their weapons, they will do a lot of damage on this event. They can make a difference, and this last stage called Traveler will be very hard without using them. But we'll talk about this when I try to defeat this stage, because I won't be using them. I can't summon. I'm still saving my gems. Oops, I clicked on my gems. No, I won't be purchasing gems game. So that's it. You can test these new characters by going on this first stage, and then we will have 5 stages with story. And then after the 5 stages with story, we have the occasional challenge stages that you have to defeat 4 bosses, and we have access to 4 elemental 5-star weapons that can help you defeat this boss if you're a newbie to the game. But still, I don't recommend using them. These are the weapons because they take a lot of currency to be upgraded, and you see here using currency for these weapons may be just a waste. But if you're needing strength, you can use it, but try to use friends to clear the stages. It's way better and advisable. And then the best place to farm it will be the challenge 3 stage because it is the highest value for people without the characters. If you have the characters, well, maybe the Traveler's Whereabout number 5 will be better for you. But if you don't, just farm the challenge 3. This challenge in this stage number 5 will only be better if you have the 2 characters. If you only have one, still stick to challenge 3. Is the best place to farm. Okay, and then the second part of the event starts with this easy stage, and the drops in currency will be different. And there's easy, medium, hard, super hard. Only 4 stages for you to clear, and then this traveler stage. I don't know still what this rewards players, but there's a title here. Maybe just 2 large AP pots like the best time, and it's not for everyone. Okay. So if you want to farm the currency, the best place to farm will be the stage called super hard, and it costs you 7 AP, and this other stages cost less because there's less spots for you to walk. So that's it. If you can if you have multiple versions of the weapons of this event, easy will be the best place to farm if you have multiple copies. But if you don't, you can also check Reddit because Lord of Hyphens always posts some spreadsheets that explains better what's the best place for you to farm. So we also have to talk about the exchange booth. There's 2 parts of the events that have different types of currency, like I said. The first one will give you this grape, called HP Healing Grape. And the best items for you to get here are the Nameless Yearbook, no. Key of Guidance only for veterans. Yggdrasil Branch is very recommended even if you have to farm it for a long time. This bow here is not recommended because we have in Dive, and Dive is way better than this can be, and free bows are not good. Never good. Unless they are like gacha weapons. On events they are not good. This is War Defense Plus, it's a very, very nice weapon to be used with tanks. You can just give this defense up skill for someone, just like Incant skill. Gold Scroll is not used right now, not very used. And then we have Silver Scroll, Bronze Scroll. These are, you can skip these items, okay? Scroll is just very, very long-term investment. Then we can get these 4 weapons by using this drop that appears on the Force 4 stage of this event. Like I said, I don't recommend them. Skip these items as well. Always get the orbs. These 2 orbs, I don't know what they do, but you see that they have 60 of one color and 30 of the another color, so they are very good. It's just better than most 6-star orbs. Then we have Awakening Pearl. You can skip Divine Weapons to get gold. Get the Nameless Hero Memory. Skip the others. You can get this here because they are not costly. Okay. Skip the hammers. There are better events with hammers, and then we will start talking about the second part. In the second part, you have the Gold Bangle. That's the best thing to get. The Gold Bangle is just like having 200 Divine Fragments because it's the same value that you use for your Potential Force. Get this, get all the Yggdrasil Branch, even if it's just tedious to farm. Please try to get it. You can skip the scrolls, like I said, if you're not a veteran. Awakening Garnet is just for people that are close to or already have Legendary Evolution weapons. Awakening Ember should be gated from everyone. You can skip the gold. You can get a Nameless Hero Memory 5, but it's 5 ones of this, and this second part of the event has just too many items that you can opt to skip this one as well. And Mark, there's just too many items for you to get on this event. You can skip the marks because unless you have to farm like crazy. You can get the skill up. They are more important because they are way more limited than the enhancing, and marks, okay? Get this skill up things, skip the remaining ones. And then we have more hammers, skip the hammers, they are not worth here. And there's a new thing here that you can exchange the drop currency from the first part to the second part of the event. But you lose half of it. The value is half, you lose half. I don't think this is worth it. Okay, so that's it guys. I hope I just explained in a quick manner everything about this event. Thanks for watching, we'll see each other on the next video. Bye.